Breaking news, Betty White has passed away at age 99.
Boy, I remember on the farm in St. Olaf, when we'd get depressed, Grandma could always cheer us up. She'd take out her dentures and take a healthy swig of the aquarium and then hold a flashlight under her chin, so we could watch the goldfish swim from cheek to cheek. Boy, we could have watched them all day, but visiting hours were only from 10 to 4.
She was a 5-star human. Truly one of the best. I grew up with the Golden Girls, and I've enjoyed her in other roles as well, large and small, and I looked up to her from a young age. I can't select a single memory, but I do remember what she, through various roles, taught me. I can age, not just with grace and dignity, but with a razor-sharp wit and a delightfully snarky sense of humor. I can find a loving family without blood relations, and families can have many different forms. I learned, kinda, it's a work in progress, to love and respect myself, and kick to the curb anyone who doesn't. Thank you, Betty, for lessons I learned from you as a youth that have lasted all the way to my less youthful present.
I remember seeing an interview where Betty White explained that her parents taught her very early to never be afraid of death, because those who pass away finally get to discover the secret of what happens when we die. Now, Betty knows the secret.
Shit, I just saw one of those memes a few days ago that bait you into thinking someone's dead about her. It went along the lines of at 7:30 this morning, Betty White was found alive, probably having breakfast. I thought this was the same meme too.
Loved her cameos and pretty much everything about Rose and the Golden Girls. That lady was as sharp as a tack. Some of my favorites: so you may not be as fast on your feet, and the image in your mirror may be a little disappointing, but if you are still functioning and not in pain, gratitude should be the name of the game. From her book, If You Ask Me, and of course you won't. I like double entendres, because then the people who get it enjoy it, and the people who don't get it don't know about it. My philosophy for staying young is to act bubbly every day. Drink bubbly every birthday. Having a glass on you tonight. Edit, cannot spell.
17 days and she would have been 100. RIP.
My favorite line from her work is, "Personally, I'm pulling for the alligator." Lake Placid.
This is a sad day. The silver lining my wife came up with is that it's better to have happened at the end of 2021, rather than to have started 2022 with her passing. R.I.P. Betty, you will be missed.
Met Betty White in either 2010 or 2011 in LA at an animal welfare event as a student from my HBCU. This is important to mention. There was no special one-on-one interview or anything like that, but she made sure to come around and speak to the volunteers and various groups of students. My group was about 13 or so totally, but she spent a comfortable 30 minutes or so at our table talking, laughing, joking with us about animal rights, Los Angeles things to get into and where not to go LOL, and even her work during the 60s to help promote HBCUs, gay and black rights. She was one of the humblest, most joyful celebrities I've ever met. She had this big important event going on and she chose to spend at least 30 minutes of her day talking to a bunch or 20-year-olds from South Carolina about some of everything. It was like talking and joking with one of our grandmothers. That's how loved and welcomed she made us felt. HBCU equals historically black college and university.
This was in the early 50s, but my favorite moment is when Betty invited a black American to her show but got tons of flack for bringing him on to the point where a boycott would happen. So she told them, "I'm sorry." Live with it, anyway. She gave that guy more airtime on her show afterwards.
The Golden Girls, specifically the episode where a lesbian falls in love with Rose, her character, and it becomes a wholesome tale of acceptance and tolerance.
Kinda morbid considering the news, but I thought her appearance on 30 Rock was hilarious.
What a legend. I remember we all said that she would live forever with Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, and the Queen. She was an advocate for racial and gender equality in the entertainment industry, was kind, witty, and sassy as fuck. My favorite quote from her was, "Why do people say, grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding." Edit, okay, so apparently she didn't say that. I always thought she did, but it must have been misattributed. However, in her 2011 book, she did say, "My mother always used to say, the older you get, the better you get. Unless you're a banana." Which I think is very true in regards to Betty White. But also unsure, because I like banana bread.